Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Everyone, you got the 215 out. Doesn't matter what kind of sandwich, sir. I'll explain later. Thank you, sir.
Jimmy John's. Come in. Sir, did you know your house is on fire? Yes, I did. Grab a bucket.
Jimmy John's.
Come in.
Sir, did you know your house is on fire?
Grab a bucket.
Jimmy John's.
Come in.
Sir, did you know?
Yes, I did. Grab a bucket.
Jimmy John's.
Come in.
Sir, did you?
Yes, I did. Grab a bucket. Fire department. Come in. Sir, did you know you... It's okay, Captain. We got it handled. Care for a sandwich? Thanks, but tell me something. Shoot. Why didn't you call the fire department first? I did. Jimmy John's, America's favorite sandwich delivery.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about an amazing salon. Joyce's, located at 132 Ferry Street in Everett, Massachusetts. Joyce's specializes in the latest techniques in coloring, styling, cutting, and beach waves. Joyce's features Sukesha all-natural nutrient products and organic color. Joyce's full-service spa and salon, located at 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. 617-387-6688. Specializing in you.
Hey everybody, this is Jim and Paul with your weekly lineup. At 8 o'clock p.m. we have the Twisted Southern Horror Queen with author Lynn Gibson. At 9 p.m. we have Honey, I'm Home with Irina and Shay.
And on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. we have Talk Time with Val. At 8 p.m. we have All Aboard with Dawn Wisman. And at 9 p.m. we have What's the Story with Maria Gentili. At 10 p.m. New Era Talk with Mike and Kathy. And at 11 o'clock we have Rock Talk with Amy Shapalo.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. we have Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars with Johnny Blender. At 9 p.m. we have Sports Insider with Glenn Spillman.
And on Thursdays at 8 p.m. we have Hot Talk with Jimmy and Paul. At 9 p.m. Something to Consider with Katreese Barnes. At 10 p.m. we have Night Talk with Joe Rocks.
And on Friday at 8 p.m. we have Summer 13 Films with Glenn Spillman and Sean Taylor. At 9 p.m. we have Sports Insider with Glenn Spillman. That's your weekly lineup. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Laugh like the sun always shines, spinning wheel, fun times, and there's always something to remember, always something to consider.
Hi, this is Katreese Barnes and Something to Consider. And tonight we have singer-songwriter Nate Boxford. Let me zoom you in. Hi, Nate.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Last time I saw you, you were doing my Welcome to My House show, but I follow you on Instagram, so I keep abreast of all your gigs. You play a lot.
I have been playing a lot, yeah.
I mean, what are some of the highlights of your gigs recently?
This summer we were able to do a lot of touring all over the West Coast, and got to open for, a couple of my favorite country bands, which was super fun. And
like whom?
We opened for Old Dominion, and that was they've been like pretty much a huge inspiration on my end as far as writing and just kind of how they're taking off and launching, and so that was super fun. Got to play with the band, and we opened for them, and that was a big highlight of the summer.
And what some other bands you opened for?
Yeah, we opened for a few local bands and a few bands that are bigger than us over here. But it's been fun. It's been super cool getting to play with the band more and playing at some really fun venues. And
Now, when you do these gigs, are you doing mostly original music, or are you mixing covers? And
It kind of depends. A lot of them we're doing a lot of my original stuff, a lot of my newer stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, and then obviously you got to throw in some fun covers here and there. And
well, you know, I'm a fan of your songwriting, so.
Well, thank you.
Anytime I hear that you're doing your original music, I'm like, yeah, go Nate.
Well, I'm the same way. I'm always more happy when I get to do my stuff.
And speaking of original songs, I'm going to play a little bit of Tiny Little Voices when you came to Welcome to My House earlier this year.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, I love Hourglass, but I think I ended up loving the way Tiny Little Voices came out.
It turned out really cool.
Really special, right? So
yeah.
I'm just going to play it for people so they can hear.
Can't wait.
You're not going to be able to hear it, but just so you know, it's playing right now. Yeah.
Well, I got to thinking just the other day, what if the voices in my head, they would turn away, and all of the mistakes and the choices that I've made, and all those tiny little voices telling me I'm still the same. Well, you try to fake a smile, but there's tears behind those eyes. If people only knew what was going on inside. Sometimes I wanna run, sometimes I wanna scream, sometimes I wanna punch the mirror staring back at me. No matter what you feel, just know that you can tell. All those tiny little voices go to hell.
Now, was there anything that inspired this song in particular?
Like a dream you try to yell, but the words don't come out. And all the people take the sidelines, wonder what it's all about.
Or as people, how about that?
Well, who's to judge a man?
I've always had
by
these,
the scars his
these
life
thoughts of like, man, I'm not gonna be good enough. I'm not. It's a waste of my time to pursue my dream. And so I finally just sat down and wrote kind of. I don't even know if I was ever intending anybody to hear the song, but I just kind of wrote down everything I was feeling and just kind of tried to be as raw and authentic as I could with my feelings. And, kind of ended up turning into that, and it was almost not a joke, but I was like, yeah, what would I do? You just tell those voices to go to hell, and it ended up turning into that song. It's been cool to see a lot of people be able to relate to it, and
oh yeah, because those tiny little voices can be so many things.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's funny hearing you say that you struggled with whether you should not be doing this or not, because it just, with your talent, it doesn't seem like you have much of a choice.
Well, I kind of threw away all the backup plans, so this is I got to make it work.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you're supported every time you perform with people's reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, this is such a great song. This one. Yes. But you also did a song called Hourglasses, which I think was the first original song I heard you did. But before that,
Yeah.
I was just on Instagram, and I think I did a search on original songs or something like that. And I don't know how your version of Prince's Purple Rain came up. And I said, okay, if this guy can make me like Purple Rain sung by a different singer for a second, I want to hear his original music. And that's why I went to your website. And then I heard Hourglass, and I was like, oh, that's it for me.
That's awesome. I love it.
He's got to come on the show.
Well, I'm glad and lucky you found me.
So Hourglass, that's been a kind of a hit for you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of people have kind of been able to really relate to it, and we're kind of revamping it. So the way we play it with the bands now is pretty fun and pretty cool.
Oh, how did you revamp it?
We just kind of added a little more instrumentation. We kind of made it's just a little more full sounding and kind of has a little more of a not a country twist to it, but it's super fun the way we play it. We usually play it at the closing of a show, and it's a pretty intimate moment with the crowd. Super fun. I love it.
So you said you're adding more country. Are you going more in that direction? Because I know you were recently in Nashville, because I'm a stalker of Nate Boxford on Instagram.
At least I got one. Yeah, we're kind of a lot of the new songs I'm writing are a little more country. I don't know if I'll go full-fledged country, or I've just had a lot of people tell me that my voice and my look, and so I thought I'd put my foot
How
in the
does
water.
that work? Do you have to be from like Nashville or a small town or something, or Oklahoma City to be a country singer? I mean, can you be? Because you're from Oregon.
I am from Oregon, so I don't know if that works.
And I thought you had a country accent, but then the more I listened to you, I said, oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a country accent.
Not a super strong one, at least.
You could fake it.
I could probably put some twang on there.
But how does that work in that world? Are they like? Do they say kind of turn their noses up or away from people who don't have that, say, organic country background?
Yeah. I feel like the more I've kind of researched it and looked at it, country is just so broad and diverse right now that there's so many different styles now within just country alone. And so I feel like they're pretty open. I feel like they want songs that are authentic and good and relatable and good quality. Obviously, I mean, we'll find out. I haven't launched the new album yet, but
so you don't need to be like growing up poor and
I don't think so. I mean, at least
Georgia.
I hope not.
Well, you have the look of a country artist. I mean, I don't know if that helps.
Well, thank you. I'll take it.
I mean, what other category would you... I remember you said folk pop. Is that a category?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, folk, little rock,
folk country or country folk.
Country, yeah.
I mean, one of the problems I have with today's industry is like, where do you play people like that who don't fit in, say, the radio formats? It's like, okay, say you do a record like country folk and it's really good. Where do you get played?
Yeah, I feel like you really gotta, if you're going country, you gotta just do stuff that'll appeal to like country radio, to the online country stations and stuff like that. And,
so are you doing songs about beer now?
I'm trying to think if I threw...
Or booze?
Not yet, no. I mean, I don't know if I've gone that far country yet. Right now it's just songs about heartbreak, love, and all that fun stuff.
I mean, it seems like everybody has to have some kind of beer song or pickup truck. Their truck.
So, yeah, we gotta have. I mean, especially since all I drink is country beer, so I feel like I gotta find.
Oh, you do drink country beer?
I do. All I do is I just drink Coors Light.
Well, that makes you a legit country artist, in my opinion.
I think you're right about that. I'm I might quote you on that.
Do you have a pickup truck?
I don't have a truck.
That's next on the agenda.
That should be next. Just an old 1970 Ford pickup truck.
So if you get the truck, you drink Coors Light, and you write good songs, ain't nobody gonna argue with you. They just said he was misplaced, but he's one of us. He's one of us.
Exactly. He found his way home.
So who have you been writing with in Nashville?
Nashville. So I was there for a week, and we were using part of the time to record in the studio, and then I wrote with just a couple songwriters that I know that are over there. Two of them moved from Portland originally to Nashville, so I wrote with them, and then another one is just a girl I played with in LA, and we got together and did some co-writing. I just wanted to, write as much as I could and get as much of my name out there and network as I could while I was there.
Yeah, because you did some performances as well, right?
Yeah, I did some songwriter rounds, and which was super fun, super cool the way those are set up, and yeah, so it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And you also do duets with various singers in Oregon, which I
do. Yeah,
I really enjoy watching on Instagram. Your stalker here. I have to say, the people you do duets with, you have a lot of talent out there.
There is, man. There's some talented people over here in Portland.
I'm like, geez, where do they keep coming from?
Yeah, right.
Because I was like, okay, maybe I should get her on my show.
Yeah, right. You should.
or her. There's been several. So are you playing anywhere soon that's of note? Any gigs you want to elaborate on?
I'm doing just a bunch of local shows right now. Portland does this huge Christmas event it's been going on for years and years. It's called the Singing Christmas Tree. And so they use the Keller Auditorium in Portland, which seats about 6,000, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do, it's just this huge choir and a full band. And so I'll be doing one of the solos. Will show up. And so that'll be a lot of fun to get to do a little solo song with the full choir behind me. And
nice, man. I wish I could be there for that. That would be really nice.
If you want to fly up, I'll get you a ticket.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind in between my gigs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so Portland and Nate Boxford, are you kind of like a hometown hero at this point? I mean, you should be. No, you don't think so?
I wish. Maybe. I've been working super hard these last couple of years, just doing as many shows as I can, and so I feel like I've established my name pretty well here. It's where we get a good draw when we go out and perform live, and now that I have one song or a couple songs that are on a big Portland radio station, and that's kind of helped get a little bit of my name out there.
No, on your website you say that you'll do living room concerts. Do you do a lot of those? Yeah,
we did one this last weekend, and we've been trying to launch a lot more of those and hopefully expand outside of Oregon and kind of go all over the U.S. with these. They've been super successful, just to be able to do like a really intimate living room concert for 30 to 40 people and really share like my stories and the songs and why I wrote them and when I wrote them. And
assuming these living room concerts are all about your original music.
Yeah, I pretty much only do original stuff, and it's just super cool to get, it's great financially, to help kickstart what I'm doing, and it's just a great way to build like a really great fan base. The people, these people get, a really cool kind of one-on-one experience. And so it's been super fun kind of testing the waters with that and launching that whole thing this year.
How do they find you to do this living room thing? Is it a network or?
We are kind of still playing around with what works and what doesn't work. What we've been finding is we, created a little promo video and we launched that on social media. And then the idea is we we did a house concert like 4 months ago, and we always, tell the people there like, hey, if you want to host one of your own, let us know. And then so we've kind of just, it's been word of mouth. One person from one house concert will host one at their house, and then someone comes to theirs and wants to do one. And so it's been super fun kind of seeing it just expand organically.
Now, when people do these living room concerts, do they like pay admission or is it just like a party?
It's a little bit of both, I guess. What we found works the best is usually the host of the place will kind of provide the house and kind of get the whole setup for the concert. And like this last one, everyone brought over an appetizer, and it's kind of like a suggested everyone pays $25, and that all goes to the artist. And then we sell merch, and if people, we kind of share the vision of the new album and, trying to get the music out there. And so a lot of times people feel more inclined to throw something extra in the basket or the tip jar. And so it's been super fun. So it's kind of, we usually party for an hour and eat and drink, and then we do like an hour and a half.
Oh, does that include Coors Light?
I should probably put that on the writer, but so far no one has brought Coors Light.
Don't cheat on us now. You got to remain true.
Exactly.
Well, I would think that those living room concerts would be very artist friendly.
Yeah, because usually people are really only coming because they want to hear the music and they're interested and intrigued, and so it's not like fighting off a crazy loud bar crowd or something at another venue. Everybody's really intent on watching and listening, and it's been super cool.
That's nice. I mean, and you've done them in Portland, or are you expanding outside?
Yeah, I've done it mostly just in Portland. I did one in California. I did 2 in Phoenix, and then so we're just kind of trying to spread out as far as we can.
Oh, they flew you out to Phoenix to do a living room concert?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
must be a fan.
They were super cool. So I went out there for a couple days. So hopefully we can build off that.
Now, when you do the living room concert, is it just you or the full band?
Usually just me. Sometimes I'll bring, I'll probably start bringing my other guitar player, and we'll do like a little duo acoustic set, or I'll bring a girl that sings with me sometimes. And, if she's available, do a little duet that way.
Do they ever request a full band in the living room, like My Crazy Butt?
Not as of yet. I don't think anyone's been able to pull it off as well as you have.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I definitely want to eventually start going to other people's living rooms, but
that would be super cool. That would be amazing.
We need more funds for that, though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Everything costs in this world, and that's why I always say to people and encourage them to support their artists, download and buy their projects. Yeah. So to my listening audience right now, go to Nate Boxford Music and check out his material. I know you're going to want to download it, especially these songs that I've been playing in the background. I'm going to play right now All We Have, which is another one people seem to really, really like, at least for my show.
Yeah, no, people have really kind of gravitated to that song, which has been cool.
Now, on the new project, is it anything close to this, or is it really a complete different production?
No, we've actually been able to stay pretty true to my sound and to my writing, and so it'll obviously sound a little more on the countryside, but like the writing and we're gonna put tiny little voices on the new album, and so it'll still have kind of that same vibe. And
now, when you make something a little bit more country, what is it? Adding a little bit more steel guitar, a little bit more what?
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Because I think this song sounds country. All We Have.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it'll just kind of be the production of it, and like I think Tiny Little Voices, we're gonna do it really simple, do it just an acoustic guitar, maybe add like a pedal steel and a snare drum of some sort, or shakers and strings or something.
I think that's going to be a big hit for you. That's my prediction.
I hope so, yeah.
I really do. Because everybody can relate to it.
Yeah.
And so many, especially right now, many people are battling. You know, even if it's the demons of just having to cope with what's going on in the world and the instability of it all. So I think that's a lot of people are gonna really relate to that. And if they don't, I'm gonna kick their ass.
Good, I'm gonna hold you to that.
One at a time. Everybody who doesn't relate to this song, your ass is getting kicked. So any other news you want to share?
Man, I think that covers most of it. I'm just playing and singing and networking and doing whatever I got to do to, get to that next step, that next level. And
is there anything off of the new writing that you're super proud of in particular? Any titles we should look for?
With the single, we're going to release a single here in a few weeks, and that one's going to be called As Good As It Looks on You.
Okay, and what's that about?
Well, so I fell in love with a girl earlier this year.
That's news.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't end up well.
Oh.
But she wanted me to write a song for her, so I wrote her a song, and then right as I finished it, before I played it for her, she broke things off. So.
Oops.
Yeah.
So now you have to live with the song and make a lot of money.
Now I got to live with the song, but I'm excited. I think it's going to turn out really good. So it'll be the single we release, and I'll just have to have that.
Does it feel weird that, like, to hear the song knowing that you wrote it for her, or are you just like, whatever?
It did for a while. For the first few months, I almost didn't even want to sing it, but now I'm kind of in that, whatever. I'll just hopefully it makes it big. And
she's gonna regret it when she become a big star, and that song is playing, and knowing it was about her, she's gonna be like,
that's always the hope, right?
Well, maybe not. Even if not, you'll be happy because you'll be living your dream.
That's all that matters.
So, things work out the way they're supposed to work out.
Yeah, I tell myself that. So,
well, you're the one who wrote Tiny Little Voices, so whenever those voices come out,
yeah, I know,
right? Voices in your head that convince you that something's wrong. What do you say? Go to hell.
I'm gonna go to hell.
Go to hell. Anyway, this show is about to wrap up now because it's only a 30-minute show. I could play your music all night, but people have to go to your website, Boxford. Shit, I know how to pronounce it. I hope cursing's allowed on radio.
Hey, it's your radio show. You do what you want.
Arm Global Radio. Nate Boxford. Music.com.
Got it.
Check them out. You're not going to regret it. And when does the new single drop?
Hopefully a few weeks. That's the hope.
In a few weeks?
Yeah, so I'll be blasting it on social media when it does.
Yay! And I will be sharing it.
I'll send you a personal copy here right before.
Katreese Barnes, the stalker of Nate Boxford.
My favorite one.
All right. Well, thanks for being on my show.
Thanks for having me.
And this is something to consider. Join me every Thursday at 9 p.m. I'll be here. Bye.
Through the night, made me feel so right, and there's always